A couple of weeks ago I made a video called "Does Your Opinion Really Matter? The Illusion of Impact?" And in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination, I thought it'd be good to elaborate upon that video further. Take a moment to think about the last time you had a really good discussion with someone who saw the world differently than you did. Did you leave the discussion feeling angry, or did you have the feeling like you'd learned something? In a world that often feels divided, it's easy to see people who disagree with us as enemies. But today, I want to talk to you about the incredible power of debate, not as a fight to be won, but as a collaborative search for truth. When we debate, we're not just presenting our own thoughts, we're testing them. A true debate is based on the idea that both sides have merit. Think of it like a coin. You can't have a heads without a tails. You can't fully understand an idea until you've explored the counter-argument. This isn't about giving bad ideas a free pass. It's about recognizing that every complex issue has multiple facets. The best way to get to the heart of the matter is to let different viewpoints collide in a structured and respectful way. The goal isn't to win the argument, but to find the strongest, most well-reasoned position. This brings us to a crucial point: the responsibility of the individual debater. If you're going to step into a debate, you have a duty to be informed. You can't just have an opinion. You need to have a strong, reasoned argument to back it up. You have to be able to persuade people with facts, logic, and a clear explanation of your point of view. If you can't, that's not your opponent's fault. It's a sign that your understanding needs more work. When you're unable to formulate a strong enough argument, what happens? Far too often, people resort to silencing their opponent. They shut them down through insults, personal attacks, or even violence. This is a fundamental betrayal of what a debate is all about. Shutting down the other side isn't a sign of strength, it's a sign that your position is too weak to stand on its own. Here's the key difference between a good idea and a bad one. Strong ideas and opinions welcome critique. They are built to withstand scrutiny. They invite questions and challenges because their foundation is solid. A great idea isn't afraid of being tested. In fact, it gets stronger when it's pushed and prodded. It's like a blacksmith forging a sword. The fire and the hammer make it stronger, not weaker. On the other hand, bad ideas and opinions cannot withstand criticism. They fear it. They avoid debate and shut down discussion because they're fragile. They rely on emotion or misinformation, and when confronted with facts and logics, they crumble. When people resort to shouting, personal attacks, or violence, they're often trying to protect an idea that they know deep down isn't very good. But here's the most important takeaway. While we can and should criticize ideas, we must always respect the person holding them. Debate is about clashing viewpoints, not clashing people. You can disagree with someone's opinion completely and still recognize their humanity. Violence should never, ever be an option. When we resort to violence, we've abandoned our ability to reason, and we've replaced dialogue with destruction. We can have fierce disagreements without becoming enemies. So the next time you find yourself in a debate, remember your responsibility. Come prepared, be open, listen, and understand that the goal isn't to defeat your opponent, but to find a better, more complete truth. Unfortunately, these guidelines have been ignored. Debate has been lost, reasoning completely out of control. Charlie Kirk was assassinated. At the time of making this video, they understand it to be a 22-year-old boy from the Utah University. Someone who at the moment we don't know the reasons behind it, but we can only assume it's because he did not agree with the things that Charlie Kirk said, his opinions, or his ability to be able to debate this person's ideas and ideology. Unfortunately, these guidelines were ignored, and we are now in the state that we're in. This young person who's felt his need to quieten down Charlie's opinion, his ability to voice his thoughts and articulate his arguments. At the end of the day, this is a person who has lost their life for holding their own values and belief. He was a husband, a son, a father to 2 children, and friends to many. And at the end of it all, did not deserve to be assassinated for his views and opinions. The art of debate does seem to be getting lost in this current world. The climate that we live in at the moment is getting fractured more and more as days go on. If we can just learn to understand each other, have a bit more open discourse, if we can learn to understand that we can be adversaries without being enemies, we can learn to debate ideas more openly, we can come to a mutual ground quickly, and we can live more harmoniously with each other.
I just don't wanna lose you.